Hi there, today we are talking about reverse integer problem and its solution. We're going to examine three solutions of the integer reversal problem. Let's dive right into it. Given an integer x and we have to reverse it, here are a few examples of input and output. The first solution is to convert an integer to an array to be able to use a built-in reverse capabilities. Let's write a function for it. If we get a number from 0 to 9, there is nothing to do with it, and we just return the given number. Otherwise, the polarity of the integer has to be saved before we start to convert it. We will store it as -1 if the given number is negative and 1 if positive. Then, let's use toString method, which removes our polarity and converts our integer to a string. Since now we can use split method to get an array where each item is one digit from a given number. Now we are able to reverse our array and join it back so that we have a string with a reversed number. Let's parse our string to convert it back to an integer. We have done everything except polarity. As the return statement, we will have our number multiplied by the saved polarity. If it's negative, the operation will multiply our converted number by -1. If the given number is positive, we multiply it by 1 and nothing is changed. As an output, we have our correctly reversed integer. This example is not the most efficient due to a lot of conversions, and what if you are not allowed to use built-in JavaScript functions like split, reverse and join during your interview process? Let's create a new function. We still need our check for input number 0 through 9. Also, we have to store polarity and convert the integer to a string. Right after that, we will have a loop traversing our string backwards from right to left so that we can add each last character from the string to our reversed variable. Once it's done, the string should be converted back to an integer and returned with a restored polarity. This approach is more efficient than the previous one. What if you are not allowed to convert your input integer to a string and you are asked to reverse it as it is? This function will be a bit more difficult for understanding, but of course it's possible. Let's create our third function to break it down. Again, we are checking an input integer for values from 0 to 9 to return it without any calculations. Next, we create our result variable, which is an integer in this case. Afterwards, we write a while loop iterating until our number is 0. In the body of the while loop, we have a constant variable called cut, containing operation to cut our last digit by dividing it by 10. Bitwise OR operator with 0 on the right side prevents decimals to be generated. The next line will alter our result variable. Here we multiply our current result by 10 in order to give it an extra 0 at the very end of it. Then we add the remainder of division of our current integer by 10. Modulo of 10 will give us the last digit of our integer with an appropriate polarity. As the last operation in our loop, we are going to save our cut as our current integer. This way, on each pass we will shorten our integer by a last digit and the while loop will end eventually. Once the while loop is done, we can return a result, which already has a correct polarity because we use only mathematics to convert it. Debug this algorithm in your IDE to see exactly what is going on there. Regarding time and space complexity, our first solution has O(n) time and space complexity. Space complexity is increased because we use arrays. The second example has O(n) time and O(1) space complexity. The last solution utilizes O(n) time and O(1) space complexity. You will be able to find all the solutions of the reverse integer problem on my GitHub. Subscribe to the channel to get the latest reviews of popular algorithms. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye and have a good startup.